morning. In this class, we will discuss the flow battery. This is the last type of battery. First one is primary battery, second one is secondary battery, last one is flow battery. Flow battery, that means fuel cells. Fuel cell is a voltaic cell which converts the chemical energy of the fuel directly into electricity without combustion. It converts the energy of the fuel directly into electricity. In these cells, the reactants, products and electrolytes pass through the cell. That means fuel combined with the oxygen use oxidation products plus electricity. Example, hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. This is a diagram for the hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. Hydrogen oxygen fuel cell is the simplest and most successful fuel cells in which the fuel hydrogen and oxidizer oxygen and the liquid electrolyte are continuously passed through the cell. Description. It consists of the two porous electrodes, anode and cathode. These porous electrodes are made up of the compressed carbon containing a small amount of the catalyst, that means platinum, palladium, silver. In between the two electrodes, an electrolytic solution such as 25% of the potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide is filled. The two electrodes are connected through the voltmeter. Then working hydrogen, the fuel is bubbled through the anode compartment where it is oxidized. The oxygen, that means oxidizer, is bubbled through the cathode compartment where it is reduced. At the anodic part, hydrogen gas is passed through the anode. It is oxidized with the liberation of the electrons, which then combine with the hydroxide ions to form water molecules. So, anodic part, hydrogen is converted into hydrogen ions plus 2 electrons. These hydrogen ions combined with hydroxide ions to form the water molecule. So this final reaction H2 plus 2 OH minus gives 2 water molecule plus 2 electrons. This reaction is multiplied by 2, that means 2H2 plus 4 OH gives 4 water molecule plus 4 electrons. At the cathodic part, the electrons produced at the anode pass through the external wire to the cathodic part where it is absorbed by oxygen and water to produce hydroxide ions. So O2 plus 4E minus gives 2 O2 minus. 2 O2 minus plus 2 water molecule gives 4 OH minus. So overall reaction forming at the cathodic part, oxygen plus 2 water molecule plus 4E gives 4 hydroxide ions. So overall cell reaction at the anodic part, 2 hydrogen plus 4 OH minus gives 4 water molecule plus 4 electrons. At the cathodic part, oxygen plus water molecule plus 4 electrons gives 4 OH minus. So overall reaction occurring in the fuel cell is 2H2 plus O2 gives 2 water molecule. The EMF of the cell is 0.E to 1 volt. Then applications of the hydrogen oxygen fuel cells. Hydrogen oxygen fuel cells are used as auxiliary energy source in space vehicles, submarines and other military vehicles. In case of the hydrogen oxygen fuel cells, the product of water is proved to be a valuable source of fresh water by the astronaut. And fuel battery. Fuel battery means when a large number of the fuel cells are connected in series, it forms a fuel battery. Then advantages and disadvantages of fuel cell. First one is advantages of the fuel cell. Fuel cells are efficient 75% and take less time for operation. It is pollution free technique. It produces electric current directly from the reaction of a fuel and an oxidizer. It produces drinking water. Then disadvantages of the fuel cell. Fuel cells cannot store electrical energy as other cells do. Electrodes are expensive and short-lived. Storage and handling of hydrogen gas is dangerous. So this is the flow battery. This is the flow battery diagram. In this battery, reactants, products are simultaneously supplied from outsiders. In this case, hydrogen is passed through the anodic compartment, oxygen is passed through the cathodic compartment. Both hydrogen and oxygen are expensive, so automatically this battery is an expensive one. So in the part of the anodic part and the cathodic part, both hydrogen and oxygen combined with the water molecule. Similarly, any hydroxides are used as a electrolyte. Hydroxide also expensive compared to the sulfuric acid or nitric acid, like that. So these type of the hydrogen oxygen fuel cells, the product of the water is proved as a pure water. That means no ions is present in this type of the water. Only hydrogen and oxygen combined no any other ions or metals or react with this type of the category. So this is the pure water forming method.